New York Fashion Week wrapped up earlier this week, and some of the hottest looks for the fall made their way down the catwalk. But 50, 60 years ago, the runways looked very different, and our next guest helped change that.
Shailah Edmonds is one of the first American black couture runway models. She walked for every major designer in the 70s and 80s, and this morning, in honor of Black History Month, she walked right into our studio, which is the biggest honor of all, I think. Of all the fashion models.
Obviously.
And all the fashion designers that you've walked with.
The New York Living one is.
This is it, right?
Thank you.
This is it.
The seasoned girl.
Welcome, Shailah Edmonds. It's wonderful to see you.
Thank you. It's
Your story is wild.
Unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
Take us back to when you moved to New York and talk about how difficult it was.
Yes, I moved to New York. I was promised by an agent to get my career started, and she was a flake, and I went to all
An agent?
An agent, can you believe? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I started visiting other agents trying to get representation, and they all told me they had their quota of black models and they couldn't take me on. So I was stuck in New York and had to get jobs spraying perfume in Bloomingdale's a little bit until I met a photographer who gave me a one-way ticket to Germany. And without speaking the language, knowing where I was going, I just got on the plane and went.
And that was
I went from Germany to Italy to Paris, and when I went to Paris, I fell in love.
That's where it took off, right?
God,
Oh, man.
that's where it took off.
Oh,
yes.
my gosh.
I did a few shows. It was the end of the season. I did a few shows, and then I came back to New York thinking I had all these tear sheets and pictures and experience, and I was still turned down by New York.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So determined, I planned my life this time. This big word, planned. Found out when the season was starting, and got my agent and all the accommodations, and went back at the perfect time, and that's when it just took off. I worked for every major designer in the world, all over the world from there.
Holy smokes.
Yes.
So
it was a tumultuous journey. It's
I
not
would
as easy as it
imagine.
sounds.
So what did the runways look like? I mean, I heard you very quickly say, they had filled a quota of one black model.
Yes.
And that was
Yes.
it. So they were like,
Yes.
we check that box. Move
Yes,
on.
but in the 80s, there was an influx of black models like you would not believe. That's why I think this should be documented, because they found out, the word got out that all the black models, there's work for black models in Europe, and they came from everywhere, from the islands, from the States, from everywhere. And there was 5 and 6 models on the runway at a time, and black models, that you will never see that happen again. It was just so amazing. We were working everywhere in every country for every designer, and we were just treated like royalty at that point.
Partied, all that fun stuff.
All that party.
Studio 54.
Yes. Oh, parties and parties
Yeah.
in Italy and Paris, the parties in Studio 54. Oh my gosh, it was just a great time for us.
What do you think about now? Because my fair era, I have this passion for the '90s fashion when, like, with the
supermodels.
Yeah,
The
the supermodel
supermodels.
era.
Yes,
I love
yes.
that. Now, I feel like there's no more supermodels. It's all actors.
Yes.
It's all
Actors and celebrity children.
Exactly.
And it's so much competition has changed so much. The average model just doesn't have a chance anymore. It's just very few that are selected, after the celebrity children and the big names are selected. So and that's why I think the walk has changed, because now they're walking just so, it's getting slower and slower and slower. They're just like walking coat hangers.
Yeah.
And it's really just, I think it's because of that, because, they don't know how to do the runway walk. But there are still a few models that still have it, but
they still got it.
Yeah, but it's getting a little.
But they were
boring.
interesting. People they made you stop and look at the billboard because they were
100%.
interesting. And I could see Scarlett Johansson in a movie. I don't have to see her modeling for whatever.
Exactly.
I loved looking at the era of the model was so fascinating.
Absolutely, and they showed personality.
Yes.
They did.
You knew
They
the
did.
model's name. You knew the personality.
Right.
You could scream their names. And
Right.
just,
Yes.
it was a time.
Yeah.
Really
Like
a
I
great
remember, I'll
time.
never be that tall, but I can copy Cindy Crawford's hair.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And
I
her
can
makeup.
Yes, you could,
Right.
right.
I could
You
copy
do
that.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
There was a look of each model had their own look
Right.
and personality, and now they're just like carbon copies of
They sure
each
are.
other. It's
They
just not
sure
the
are.
same.
Well, you have been very busy aside from modeling.
Yes. I had a wonderful modeling career, and when, of course, everything changes every 10 years, I think a new season, and the supermodels actually, knocked the 80s models out because we were just, our time was up.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm always one to reinvent myself, so I started singing. I always wanted to sing. I was trying to put 3 girl groups together and wanted to sing. So I grew up with the Motown sound, and I started singing Motown around the city, but I noticed all the restaurants were playing jazz, hiring jazz musicians. So I started going to open mics and learned how to sing jazz. And that's when I got a lot of, I started singing jazz. I sang at some prestigious places, the Plaza, all the Cipriani places, and just all around the city. So I did very well there.
Plug your book before we run out of time.
Okay.
I noticed on our coffee table, honey, there's a new book.
Yes, I kept a journal throughout my travels throughout Europe, and when the modeling started dying out, I looked at everywhere I went and what I'd done, and I'm like, oh my God, you did all this. There is a story there, yes.
It's like Arte.
Thank you. All of the adventures are there, and it's a page turner, and it was written in the New York Times. It's done very, very well.
Well, it's time for the moment of your career right now.
Yes,
you ready?
thank you. Yes,
You're
I am more than ready.
Teach us how to walk.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You've been warned.
Yes, thank you.
Shall we? We rolled out the red carpet.
Absolutely.
Sophie's there as well.
And we have Sophie, who is an actual bona fide model.
She hasn't gone back to England yet. She's
After
staying.
you.
Yes, is she still in town?
Yeah,
Yes,
she's
okay.
still
Yes.
After you go ahead. Because there's an art to the walk.
There is an art because there was one way, and then those Brazilian girls came in, and they were like stomping.
No.
Do you do like a horse? Are you supposed to like a horse?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. That's kind of played out.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'll just be quiet.
All right, let's.
I'll give you a beat.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Own it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do the turn. Yes. Nice. What are we doing with our faces? Are we smiling? Are we ferocious?
Attitude.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very.
Ferocious.
Sophie, can we see?
Oh my gosh, I haven't walked in years. I haven't walked in years. I'm like,
You just get pushed everywhere.
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. Go it. Yep. Oh, heck yeah.
Work.
Oh, yeah. This is the shortest catwalk in history.
I want to do that again.
Please.
My
He
walk
has
was
actually
great.
walked.
Okay, yes, cameras are flashing, the crowd goes wild. What a vibe!
I'm going to straighten you out. Come on.
I've never seen it like that before.
I don't know what just happened.
If it's not a rugby field, I don't know what you're doing.
Shut up.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Double time.
Let's all walk together. Here. Come on
Get in here. Get in here.
Are we arm in
Day
arm?
made.
Okay.
Did we just finish our fashion show?
Yes.
Now we
This
have
is
to
a
walk
celebratory
together.
Yes.
2, 1, go. Is this our camera? I didn't
Yes.
Where's our lens? That's our lens over there. Into the lens.
Oh my God. Thank you all so much for joining us. Pick up a copy of Shailah's book, Wild Child to Couture Style, on Amazon. I mean, this is a great way to do a Friday.
Amazing.